Alright, back again with another replay analysis. This time we're going to be going over Mark. Our good friend Mark here is going to be playing Lina. I'm not 100% sure of his MMR. Let me take a look in Dota buff real quick, see if it says normal, high, whatever. There is nothing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, no, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's normal. Normal MMR, so probably around 2 something, I'd imagine. But he says he plays support mostly. He likes to play Lina a lot, and we're gonna try and help him out with his Lina games. Got a nice bounty rune there, which is pretty huge. Although it looks like this is going to be a core Lina game, I imagine. So he's gonna go first here for the Light Strike Array. I'm okay with that. We'll kind of watch his build. I'd prefer a max Dragon Slave build, like 3 in a Dragon Slave. Actually, 3 in a, yeah. 2 in a Dragon Slave, 1 into the passive, and 1 into the ulti here. So we'll see kind of how this goes. Gonna get a nice kill here. Oh, so close. No need to... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, so worth. Not actually really that worth. He did get a lot of gold there, but like as the offlaner, that's pretty worth, right? Like you're trading for a core, so... I'd be alright with that, honestly. If I'm the Venomancer, I'd be alright with that. He did give you a lot of gold, but that's no big deal. Looks like you're going to TP in here. And the first thing I do want to go over is boot choice. Lina's boot choice is actually kind of hard, in my opinion, to figure out. I think it's very flexible. If you're going to carry, though, I would say most likely you're looking at either phase boots or treads. I would prefer treads personally, but that's mostly because I tread switch a lot. Like most, once you get above a certain MMR, you'll start, or maybe even now, who knows. But if you can tread switch, they become incredibly efficient to buy, and they just give you a lot. You tend to get a lot more out of treads than you would phase boots, although phase boots do give you some nice damage. But yeah, I think treads are best. You probably should have died there. If that guy would have just gone on you instead, you should have died there. He's getting super aggressive, and sorry, you're gonna get a nice kill there. So nice kill. You're starting off to a good set in the lane here. I think realistically, if we take a look at this game as well, mana boots, like you can just ask the Witch Doctor to get mana boots here. Like he's gonna be pretty hard pressed as a solo support. But realistically, he should be looking to get mana boots here. He doesn't need to rush Aghanim Scepter. Like, you really don't need the damage because you've got a Leshrac, a Windrunner, as well as yourself and a Legion Commander, which is very scary. Like, Legion duel into Laguna Blade is actually pretty gross, and, I think that's pretty tough to deal with. So, you don't really need that. Yeah, if he gets the mana boots, like, it should be enough for your team, right? Like, you're the only one that's really going to need mana that bad. The Leshrac perhaps as well, depending on his build. But, like, the Windrunner and the Legion Commander don't really have to worry about mana issues that much. So I think if you go, like, Brown Boots into Eul's Scepter, you'll have some nice mana regen. You'll have a fairly nice mana pool. You'll get a little bit from the Staff of Intelligence or the Staff of Wizardry, whatever the heck it is. But anyways, so we'll just keep watching here. It's not that big of a deal. I think boot choice, I probably would have gone like brown boots. Just generally, I kind of like to hold off on my boot choice if I can. I think Lina certainly can. She can go brown boots Eul's. Because then from there you can say, do I need treads for HP? If you can get it, like if you're far ahead, Boots of Travel are like really good because Lina's a really strong farmer and split pusher if she needs to be, but she also, she's going to have ridiculous move speed, which is going to make it easy to gank. You don't even need a blink. You literally just run in with Eul's Boots of Travel move speed, and it's hard to deal with. But it also gives you a lot of global presence later on. So we'll just continue to watch this. The laning's going all right so far. You guys are just pressuring as much as you can. There's a Mirana, so you got to be careful for arrows. That's no big deal. And it looks like you guys are kind of trading farm a little bit. I would probably just say, hey, buddy, listen, I'm just going to go full carry because the earlier you get your Eul's Scepter, perhaps your Blink, and Aghanim Scepter, like the easier this game's going to be. Like Aghanim Scepter, the earlier the Aghanim Scepter, you could probably just kill this Crystal Maiden straight up, in all honesty. Like you could probably just Laguna Blade, take her out of the fight instantly. Same with this Venomancer. Like, they've got 3 heroes. Actually, they've got more than 3. Almost all their heroes are really susceptible to Laguna Blade later on once you have Aghanim Scepter. Like, realistically, they all are. So, I would try to prioritize getting like Yule's Aghanim Scepter, which means just man up and say, hey buddy, I really don't think I should be buying wards. I'm gonna carry, and be okay with that. So we're gonna continue on. It's probably because you're used to playing support, you don't want to. But did the Switch Doctor buy mana boots? No, he didn't. He's probably saving up for them though. He's gonna buy Clarity. Waiting. Still just watching some random stuff going on. He's almost got his mana boots. Is he gonna buy them? And yeah, he is. So yeah, you really didn't need the mana boots here. That's something you'll learn to recognize a little bit later on. I think as a core, you can really afford to get either Treads or Phase. Like I said, I do like Treads a little bit more. Phase is good for the Fiery Soul, but I think Treads you can just be very efficient with later on. Gonna get a nice kill there. Heal up. You got your mana boots, which is good. Even though the Witch Doctor has some as well, it could have been just enough for you guys. And you get healed up again. Go to do that, and yada yada yada. I would probably be a little bit more aggressive at 6 at this point. Maybe wait for 7 so you could put one more point into either the Dragon Slave or the Light Strike Array. Probably the Light Strike Array. Yeah, I'd probably just wait for 7, especially since you're so close. You're probably going to get it like right now. But yeah, just keep going. Yada, yada. Actually, can you even put it into Dragon Slave at 7? Don't think so. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, alright, you go. So yeah, put it into Dragon Slave. And at this point, I would really pressure, because really, if you look at the heroes... Oh, I can't click buttons. If you look at the heroes in your lane, like... He's going to eat an arrow, so that's really unfortunate. But if they fight this, they're all going to die right now. So whoa. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so they're not going to die anymore. Didn't expect that much damage. But realistically, like, even if this doesn't happen and you're in your lane, like, what are you going to get from killing these heroes, right? Like, it's a Venomancer CM. Like, you're really not doing too much, right? If you're up here pressuring this Sven... He's got nothing, right? Like, he's still got brown boots. You could just walk up to him and Light Strike Array most likely. Or set it up with a Shackle. It's really not that hard, right? So, if you can do that and set up a kill on either the Enigma or the Sven, because they're going to be the highest impact heroes this game, it's going to be huge. So, you TP bot, and that's a useless TP here. We'll take a look at it a little bit more closely. So, you're not up for another 18 seconds here. Try to get your player perspective, see where you're watching. Yeah, so you TP right away. Well, sorry, rewind that another little bit. We'll actually change it back to free cam. So it's 3 seconds in. Like, you see, he really doesn't need your help, right? Like, they're both dead, or at least one of them's dead. Really, you rotating in isn't gonna do much. Like, the Legion's already here. Yeah, I mean, she can't do anything really, but they're already dead. Like, they were already dead from the get-go. Maybe something you have to play a little bit more to recognize. But imagine if you TP mid, right? Spending that TP bot, you spend 100 gold to TP bot, and you're not really going to get anything out of it. You might get some creeps here, but you're sharing it with another core. If you go mid, this is 3, 4, 8, 12. That's like 200, 300 gold-ish. Maybe actually a little bit more, like almost 400 gold that you're going to get from TPing here, right? As well as some pressure on this tower that's already below half. And a little bit more space for the rest of your team. So the Leshrac is starting to rotate, but he'd probably pick this up. You would have enough time to clear this out and then rotate top to help out this Windrunner, and most likely get a kill over here on this guy. Does she have mana for a power shot? Yes, she does. She's going to Shackle instead, and that's good enough because he's going to go down. Not before she dies, though. Maybe before she dies. Not before she dies. All right. Anyways, so yeah, you guys are sitting down here. You're pressuring this lane, but really, they didn't need your help too much to secure this tower, so going mid would have been a little bit better. Or perhaps saving your TP. If you could have TP top to get a couple kills there, that would have been huge. But I would say, like, think about your targeting priority after you hit 6, because you do have a lot of damage. You've got 450 burst damage from that. You got like 300, yeah, 320 from that, 120 from this. So you've got quite a bit of burst damage to just go around and gank, right? And you really need to control this Sven before he gets a BKB, because he'll probably, depending on the way he's building, he should get a BKB before you have Aghanims, like a little bit before. So there's going to be a few fights that they can take before you have eggs that he should have a BKB for. So he should have a BKB. Right now you need to take advantage of the fact that that you'll be, getting a Yule Step or stuff like that. So you're going for the Enigma. I don't know what happened with that Black Hole Laguna. Nice. Alright, so you end up trading there. That's a little bit unfortunate. And mostly because the Enigma totally screwed up there. I don't know why he canceled Black Hole, because he stuns you. Yeah, he cancels black hole there. I think he was saying, holy shit, I don't need the black hole. But he cancels black hole, and he did need to do it anyways. So, you know, misplay by him. TP there, you die. You almost have your Yules, which is pretty huge, honestly, because it's only 13 minutes in. That's pretty good. No duel there. I'm not sure what happened. Leshrac getting another triple kill. Lesh just doing Lesh things. So you TP bottom again. But really, like, there's not much that you need to do in this lane, right? Like, I think giving up this lane to, like, your support is probably the better option. Giving up this lane to your support, going top lane in a little bit of a scarier area, but also an area where you're more guaranteed to get a kill, right? Because that's what's more important, is keeping these heroes down. Like, your Leshrac's already really far ahead, who actually got mana boots himself, so really, your mana boots are definitely overkill at this point. You could have afforded to not grab them, but you wouldn't really know that. But you know there's no black hole. You know you can kind of play more aggressively, like farming right here, up to right here, and then moving into the jungle, getting this and this is actually pretty huge. That's actually a lot of farm. Like, this is the fact that these are so close to your own tower is pretty huge for Radiant, in my opinion, because it's very tough to get ganked here. Like, nobody really, you're not going to get ganked from up here. You should see them over here. Like, maybe, yeah, they can come from there, but you're very close to your tower for TP reactions. Whereas if we look at the Dire off lane, it's really not that close. Like, these camps really aren't that close. Not to mention, it's a medium camp. It's a medium camp and a small camp. This one's at least a large camp and a small camp. So you're getting more here from the Radiant. I think it's very safe. You'll see players like Arteezy farm here quite often after they push out up top, because it is very safe to farm here. Like, it really is. It's pretty tough to get ganked. There's only one spot they can come from, and even then, like, it's not that great. If you're pushing the lane out, you'll probably see if they're up here. You might even catch a glimpse of them over here. You can literally just stand here, like, Dragon Slave this camp. It'll pull maybe Light Striker Ray this one, and if you're super sick, you'll, like, walk up here, throw another Dragon Slave down here, hit both camps, and you'll just be farming like a madman. Right now, it looks like you're going for a kill on this Veno. You won't get it with Laguna Blade, though, so you should just turn around and run. As well as it's just a Venomancer. Again, he's got shreds. He's super tanky. You're going to die. There's like 9 heroes here. So we'll go back and kind of go over your positioning right now. So if we take a look at the positioning, the Leshrac does see them all. They're not actually Mirana ultied. It's just a little bit of a bug with the replay here. So the Lesh does know they're here, right? Like, you guys can... Let's take a look at the vision. I think this is... No, this is their vision. This is your vision. Alright, so if we just go back a little bit. Does this guy have an invis room or something? No, eh? Yeah, you guys can't see him. So you start rotating now. You know the Venom's there. Boom. You see the Enigma's there. And what are you getting off the map here? So this is just a general map awareness thing that I hope by me pointing this out, you'll start working on your map awareness, because map awareness is, like, super key in Dota. So if we take a look at it right now, if you're looking at your map, there's nobody bottom, absolutely nobody bottom, because it's at their tower. There's potentially somebody top running up here or in their jungle, but as of right now, there's nobody in the lane. So it's very safe to assume that everybody is middle right now, especially because you're pushing in. So you see the Venomancer, you know the Enigma's there, you know there's 2 out of 5 heroes. So it's very dangerous for you to walk up here, especially because they can zone out just with this tower, right? Like, this tower does a lot of zoning from right here. They can't cut through there. It's actually really dangerous. The tower's still up, and at this point, there's not much they can do to help you. So you just get caught out and die. So that's just a little positioning thing. You have to be aware of how you could get zoned out, as well as where the enemies are, right? Because there was nobody showing on the map, and there was 2 of them mid. So like I said, it was safe to assume they're all mid. This guy should die as well. Maybe not. Leshrac. Don't give up your spree, bro. I think that Leshrac's dead. He's going to give it up. Yeah, he's going to go down, give up the dominating. Witch Doctor trying to do what he can, just umbrellaing. But, you know, just a little bit of positioning issues there, as well as, you know, general map awareness. That was huge. If only she could follow it up, that would be pretty sick. So you go back mid. Not bad. Bottom is going to start pushing in soon. Maybe leave that for another carry. Top going to start pushing in, not for another little bit. It's going to have to hit the tower. So you're going back, getting wards, getting dust, stuff like that. All that fun stuff, which again, I don't think you should be doing. You should really solidify your role as the carry and communicate to your team that you really are almost close to Yules, and that's going to help you immensely. So you'll keep up with that. Yada, yada, yada. Looks like you wanted to go top. You could be going towards bot now because it's starting to push in. I'd say Dragon Slay this and just, like, run bot. Like, immediately run bot, because there's so much farm bottom right now that your entire team is missing out on. They're going to TP bot for it, actually, instead of pressuring top. So that's not that big of a deal, I guess. They're going to rotate top, get some nice farm top. Looks like there's a lot going on. Enigma's close by. And I'd be kind of scared here, honestly. if we take a look, like, nobody's actually... Oh, wait, we should get global vision. Nobody's actually there right now. They're just turning around. But they could have fought you there, like, 100%, right? Because there's nobody really showing on the map. And they were quite close. Like, you saw the Enigma there. If he blinks, black holes you, there's some pretty sick follow-up from these heroes, right? Like, this guy's... What? This guy's dead for sure. Enigma with a poor TP. But this guy's dead for sure. He's most likely going to die. There's the leap. There's the Starfall. He's dead. So, you know, they went for him. They probably could have gotten the two of you if they really thought about that gank as well as where the heroes were. Because I'm pretty sure they saw Windrunner and Leshrac there. So they could have been pretty aggressive on you here. So we'll keep going. You're going for the Aghanims next. I'm fine with that. I'm honestly very comfortable with that. You're going to get some nice kills. I think that was a duel. General team fighting stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Man, I need some tea. My voice is starting to hurt after 8 of these. And keep going. Get a nice little regen. Not really necessary to run home. Probably could have stayed out, got that stuff couriered to you, just been a little bit more efficient. Again, top lane, you can start running there to push it out, and then farm those 2 camps I talked about. This guy's dead. Laguna Blade did not need to be spent there, and that's not why you guys lost the team fight. You guys just ate that. Is this guy going to get the stun off? That's going to be huge. Oh, my lord. Alright, these guys are dead. Laguna Blade being used there obviously didn't affect that team fight whatsoever. You guys were just grouped for the black hole. That stun was actually pretty huge. And we're going to keep going. You're just looking around the map. You could be clicking on heroes more often as well. I don't know if it's just a glitch with the replay, but if you're clicking on heroes and paying attention to their items, like you saw the Sven mid, if you clicked on him, you would see, hey, he's got the Ogre, or not the Ogre Club, he's got the Mithril Hammer. He's building towards BKB. He's probably close to halfway there, which is, he's pretty well halfway there. He's actually over halfway there. He's like 2/3 of the way there. So you could be clicking on him, and you've got to be aware of this, right? Because now you've got to really try to rush out this time, because you see the Mithril Hammer. Realistically, you don't know how close he is. You're getting close to eggs. You should tell your team, guys, I need to start prioritizing farm, and I really need to get on my eggs. This Sven almost has BKB, and Aghanim Scepter is really going to help us out with that, because he's going to have, I don't know how much HP. We'll see when he comes back alive, but you're going to be doing 950 pure damage, which is probably around half, maybe a little bit less. No, probably a little bit more than half of his HP. We'll see in 2 seconds. All right. Okay. So yeah, you're going to be doing, you know, a lot more than half of his HP. So we got a blink mid here. Whatever, shit's going down. You know Enigma doesn't have black hole if you're keeping your timers, which you probably aren't, but you know he doesn't have black hole. You're going to trade 2 for 1 there. Not bad. I don't know if he got a duel. If he did, that's pretty worth in my opinion, but whatever. Looks like you're pinging out top. You want to go top. You really almost have your Aghanim Scepter. You should really not pressure a fight until you finish your Aghanim Scepter. Like, that's actually huge. This guy's going to die. Now you should probably pressure a fight, as you'll clearly win it, and look at that. You guys do win it. And it looks like you're going to get a duel as well. You guys are just crushing it right now. Super sick play. He actually dies to the Venomancer. And now you've got your Aghanims. So now you've got your eggs. And now is when you should be looking to fight a lot. Because you guys have the late game. And believe it or not, you've also got the mid game right now. Like, did not expect that whatsoever. You guys are all hitting like some ridiculously sick item timings right now. That you should be fighting. Like, there's no reason you should not be fighting. You've got the late game. Sure, they've got a Sven, which is a sick hero, as well as an Enigma, which is also a sick late game hero. But you guys have a Legion, a Lina, as well as a Leshrac. You got the 3 Ls, and you really should be killing it with these guys right now, because you've got double eggs, as well as a Bloodstone Boots of Travel. So you've got a lot of fighting potential, and you should be putting it to use so that you can scale a lot better by pressuring them right now. You should be pressuring their safe lane, getting rid of that jungle, and taking the jungle farm for yourself, because that's super important, right? Like, farming on the enemy side of the map is... Don't Laguna him, don't Laguna him, no! Alright, so that was a little bit unfortunate. This black hole does not catch you, oh my lord. Cast cancels it, it doesn't really matter, but, like, a little bit of targeting priority there. Look if you have Laguna. So, you Laguna this guy at, I don't even want to know how much HP. He's at 400 HP. So you, by the time it hits me, he's at like 300. So you Laguna him at 300. If you still have Laguna right now, you turn around. This Sven has 300 HP, 400 HP. by the time you Laguna him, right? Like, he's just dead. Like, there's nothing he could do. He just dies to a couple right clicks. Now he's just going to roll through your team because you have no way of controlling him. He's got BKB, and he could actually get casked right now if that guy stays alive. No, he's not going to be able to. But again, like, this Sven is dead if you've got Laguna. So a little bit of odd Laguna targeting priority. Obviously, you want to use it to get a kill, I understand, but often it's better to use Laguna not to get the kill, to just start the team fight, because you're hitting for 950 pure damage, and that's pretty gross. And it looks like you're going for a crit, so I don't mind that. If you recognize you're going carry, mana boots aren't going to do anything, right? Like, you're moving in for a crit, you should have treads or phase boots to really get the most out of your crit. So, you know, that's a little bit unfortunate as well. I would probably go for Ashivas here, because Ashivas would completely shut down the Sven, as well as give you some more burst damage and just some more general team fighty stuff, which is always fun. Crit's pretty good as well, actually. You know what? I think Crit's pretty good here as well. I just think Shivas would be pretty legit. Look at that. So that's the good old... Oh, this is a bad fight now. So let's take a look at this fight here. Try to take a look at it from a global perspective. So the team fight starts, and she's got a Deso, so she's actually hitting really hard. You got to keep that in mind. He gets a nice 2-hero overwhelming odds, and then he goes for the duel, but not before this guy gets his ult up. Wait, he doesn't go for the duel right away. Oh, he gets frostbitten. Leshrac doesn't have his ulti on. He should have it on right now, especially because he's got a 14 charge Bloodstone, and he's just going to get stunned up, and he's in a really poor position right here. Like, I have no idea why he's here, ready to get eaten alive by anybody TPing. If you would have used that guy first before Laguning, I think that's pretty team fight winning, because, like, he gets a... Was that a crit? No, that was a lot of damage. But anyway, so this guy's dead. You guys might get out. You're going to Yule somebody. You're going to die. And this guy's probably going to die. So I don't know why he tried to TP out. He might have been able to run away. But that's pretty huge. So you guys lose like a really decisive team fight there. Not really because of you, but because everybody's just super out of position. So keep in mind, you really have to rally your team when you're trying to get better at Dota and when you're trying to play better in ranked games. Like, if you're not speaking up, you should. If you don't have a mic... maybe at the beginning, you know, try to type out as much as possible. In that team fight, you should have said, guys, stay together. They've got black hole, whatever, yada, yada, yada. We've got to be careful. They can still come back because they can. Blink in, black hole gets canceled. That's pretty huge for this team fight. If you've got Laguna, which you do, you guys could probably take this because that guy's got BKB. So you get stunned out. I don't know what he was trying there. This guy should be dead. Like, you got Laguna. You got Leshrac, who doesn't have a BKB anymore. He's got to be careful. You should have Yule Sceptered because you had the range there. And now it looks like you guys are just going to get kited to death. That guy actually wins a team fight. You're going to go down here, unfortunately. No matter what, I'm pretty sure you're dead. And that Enigma blinks in and stuns you, which you didn't have to do. He's going to go down no matter what because you're dead no matter what, but whatever. So that's unfortunate. You're still working on the crit. But the game's slowly falling out of your favor, right? Like, wow, you were so far ahead, and you're actually losing it after that 1 5-man wipe or whatever, 4-man wipe. No, it's 5, I think. This is huge. This is actually huge. You probably could have waited like a second to use your stun there, but it's not a big deal. Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade, this guy's dead. Thank God you've got Dust because you're a freaking player. Laguna Blade, honestly, I would spend Laguna Blade there as well because, like, Sven just needs to die, and this guy should be dead. So a nice team fight there. The Dust really saving it. And you're going to keep going, keep looking around. You guys should really be pressuring their safe lane here. Getting rid of that last tower, which it looks like you're trying for. And I'd probably back up now because everybody's super split up and they have an Enigma and everybody's up. And you guys back, and that's actually huge. That's really good. The Leshrac farms those 2 camps. No. Like, right now, this is bad. You should be getting out. They know you're there. They've got huge initiation range. They've got Blink on the Enigma. And you guys are going to get out, so that's pretty nice. And they probably should have punished you for going back in there, but that's whatever. And bot lane, it looks like another huge fight for you guys. And they're going to go down to Enigma. No, he actually survives, but he doesn't have black hole, so really nothing matters anymore. Everybody's still surviving here. The Venomancer's like trying to do Venomancer things, but it doesn't matter. He's going to finally come in, and it looks like this guy might die. You might die as well. No, you're going to live, because Lina is a sick hero and can right-click things from like 3 basketball. I can't even talk. Whatever. You're going refresher. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm alright with that. I think if you can really get both off, it's great. I honestly don't know if you can get both off. Not in terms of mana, but in terms of mana, can you? Yeah, you can. But you can't do much else, which is unfortunate. But you should be able to get both off in terms of mana, but in terms of CC, lockdown, stuff like that, team fights being hectic, you might not be able to get both. I think a Sheep or a Shivas would do your team like a huge solid. You should get out right now. Just keep running, just keep running. You're going to go down here most likely. Yeah, so you're going to die there. We'll take a look at that, watch the positioning a little bit more closely again. So, the Legion goes down, like, you guys should just back. There's 4 heroes there that just killed the Legion. This guy's at 3rd HP, you guys should just back. I'm not sure why you're continuing to invade their jungle. You should seriously back. When he gets stunned, again, just back. Like, there's no reason that you should have tried to help him. He's dead, just give it up. It's always more worth it, just give it up. Even if he, like, rags on you, just be like, hey, man, I don't know what you wanted. Like, you were dead 100%, whatever. So, he's dead, and whatever. That's unfortunate, but you guys are really giving away your lead. Okay, or not. You're really not giving away the lead that much, I guess. You did just get that huge team fight win as well as the racks, right? So, excuse me, I'm really tired. Sorry. Let's replay that team fight. That was a very weird team fight. Did I get Roshan? Did I just go forward or did I just go back? What just happened? What just happened? I'm so confused right now. I actually have no idea where we are in this replay anymore. Like, actually no idea. Okay, yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's go back to when the racks was gone at least. No. Okay, so we were at the right time. I have no idea what happened there. Is this the team fight I wanted to... Oh no, this is where you die. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere now. Alright, I had no idea what I was doing. Alright, so you die. Whatever happens. Looks like there's going to be a team fight mid. You're dead for 40 seconds. So yeah, there's not much... I mean, you're not even there. There's really... I don't know why they fought. That was pretty bad. Not really anything you can do. You were dead. You should really try to farm up the refresher here. That guy's just asking to die. Like, he's actually... You should have used him, and he's dead, right? Like, you've got 2 stun setups and a Yule Scepter, so he shouldn't live here. Like, he shouldn't live here. That's really sad. He does live, but you should have used him and, you know, set up the stun, the Dragon Slave, and the Light Strike Array, and he's dead. But that's whatever. We'll just keep going on. You got the refresher. Huge plays. Mad killing potential. And you haven't refreshed yet, but you don't need to, so that's alright. I'm okay with that. He's going to still get kills. Oh my god. You're going to live. Oh my lord. That was unexpected. That was actually kind of funny. But you are going to die there. Not much you could have done. He just kind of walked in and killed you guys. So, poor team fight there, which started off pretty good. You're still waiting for something. Wards, TPs. I have no idea what's happening right now. And there you go. You're picking up wards. He's got Aegis. And this is really bad now. This is really bad now. That's it. The team fight's over. Like, you just spent 2 Laguna Blades to kill the Sven. And he still got Black Hole. And everybody you know and love is dying right there. And that's pretty much game. So... It was some very poor decision making team wide. When you guys took some fights, like some very poor decision making. In all honesty, that guy leapt, and I mean this is playing really slow, so it looks like he missed it, but that was really just him leaping. Oh my lord, the damage. So yeah, realistically, like a lot of poor team fights being taken. I think you got caught out of position a couple times. You didn't have to. Itemization was a little bit odd. I don't know if Refresher was really all that effective. I think like Sheepstick is really good. Bloodstone perhaps. And then just farm up the map. Like actually, you know what? Not Bloodstone. That's pretty game losing. Don't get Bloodstone. I mean, you can get Bloodstone, but not in the position you were in. I'd say probably Sheepstick because you need to keep the Sven down. If you are going to support, maybe even a pipe, because they have like a ton of magic damage, would have really prevented the Venomancer from doing what the Venomancer wanted to do there. And now the game's pretty much over. There's really not much else to say about it. Like I said, you probably should have rotated earlier on to pressure the Enigma and the Sven, because they were really the only, game-winning heroes, right? Like, the Sven was doing a lot. The Venomancer ulti did a lot as well. So maybe if somebody could have itemized for that, it would have helped. But, really, the Sven and the Enigma were pretty important there. The black holes, as well as just the pure damage from the Sven. Not the pure damage, but the damage in general from the Sven was very important. So maybe keeping them down a little bit earlier on, the itemization, stuff like that is kind of important. But it was a good game nonetheless. You did play pretty well. 16, 12, and 10. Certainly nothing to be sad about. You guys played well. Just a few team fights near the end is all it takes, right? So 50-minute game. And once you lose a team fight that late, if you don't have buybacks, that's pretty much it. Maybe being aware of buybacks, using smoke ganks, just general stuff that you could probably work on. But hopefully, like, just watching this replay, you kind of recognize your positioning that needs to be worked on a little bit, stuff like that. So you will get better, I'm sure. Mark, thank you for emailing me and sending me this. Sorry it took a little bit longer than I expected. It was 8 days ago you sent me the email, so I'm sorry about that. But, it is done now, and it will be up with the rest, so everybody can see your sick Lina plays and your refresher orb that got you that kill on Sven. That was actually pretty ridiculous. Like, 950 pure damage is pretty gross, honestly, but whatever. Game is over. I'm going to be moving on to the next replay. Thanks again, Mark, for sending this one in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and you'll look out for the next ones. See you later. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have my series From Lane to Lane, where I just cast some everyday pubs that you guys send me. I also do some more professional pubs, like games from Koikva, Miracle, whoever I can get my hands on from Dodo Buff. I have a learning series as well, so feel free to check that out. There's some more info in the description, as well as some videos linked in the annotations at the end here. Thanks a lot.